Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. I'm back with the Beatles, always more than a pleasure. This is Hey Jude, and people have been recommending this to me. Of course, I heard na 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 na. Who hasn't? But really paying attention and listening to the full 8 minute version. I believe this is the full, or is there a longer one? I've never done that. So we're going to be paying attention. We're going to be listening. It would be remiss of me while doing the Beatles journey and not listen to Hey Jude, right? And somebody told me that Paul McCartney actually wrote this for John Lennon's son, Julian, when his parents went through a divorce. So that's interesting. I recently saw Julian Lennon on in an interview because my algorithm is now filled with a lot of Beatles stuff, which is cool. It makes it easier to find things, and I never knew that Jude was short for Julian. Is that common, or is it just specific to him? All right, man. Let's just jump into it. Looking forward to it, man.
2, 3, 4. Magnificent. Magnificent. Beautiful. 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 Magnificent.
But
A
this doesn't
perfect
sound like the
rendition.
song I heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you see the greatest tea room
Ah.
orchestra in the world. It's my pleasure to introduce now, in their first live appearance for goodness knows how long in front of an audience, the Beatles.
It's now on.
What's happening?
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better.
Mm.
Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. For well you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder. Hey Jude, don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her.
Wow.
Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better.
Wow. Wow. That is so powerful. And this is speaking to the little boy in me who also experienced, uh, let us say, not a great breakup. Wow. This is powerful, and what can begin as a song for a specific person in your life, then can become this other thing, you know, for many, many people, especially when you're as big as the Beatles. And now that it almost becomes this anthem of healing, right? Oh, it's tough to actually say how much my appreciation for the music and just the legacy of the Beatles has begun to grow and deepen, and it will never be the same as somebody who lived through that time, and seen them or knew them or their music when everybody was still here and alive and stuff. But man, yeah, I'm starting to get a little tiny sense of that feeling. It's powerful, man. And yeah, some of the best songwriters in this band that I've ever lived. That's amazing. And you gotta let her in, not only a person, a her, but love. You gotta let her in to begin to heal. Wow.
Make it better. Yeah. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, dig it. You're waiting for someone to perform. And don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you do the move.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. That's beautiful. Like I said, it becomes that anthem of healing. And if there was one song in this world, oh man, that would have the power to heal the world and bring them together. This is definitely one that would come to mind, right? Man, it's amazing. Like, of course, I heard those parts. I'm not gonna pretend I haven't. If you're, my parents, they were born after the Beatles came out, but still, well, my dad maybe just a little bit before, but you know, my mom is from '65, but of course the music lives on through many many generations. It still goes on today, and it's being played everywhere. So maybe you were that kid that heard the Beatles when they came on the radio, or maybe you were that kid that was sitting in a pub and all drunken people going nah 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 nah, nah. I don't know, but it's gonna have crossed your path at one time in your life. That's amazing, and you see people from all walks of life coming together, and I just let it come over me, man, and I feel that this song let me know that I personally have a lot of healing to do still, because you feel it bubbling up under the surface. And sometimes you wish you could have a good cry and you can feel it bubbling up. And I just can't. It's tough, man. But this is a beautiful song, man. Absolutely. Hey, Jude. Wow. Yeah, man. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, everybody, for spending some time with me. Looking forward to get to know more of the Beatles. I've listened to their first four albums now. I've checked out a couple of singles, watched a few interviews, watched the Get Back documentary. Yeah, it's been nice. Thank you. Have a great day. Peace.